as the end of the first quarter. No score between the Cardinals and the Eagles.
Remember I told you about the cast on Andy Harmon's hand, how sometimes it can be used as a weapon. Well, here's where it's detrimental, because you can't grab. It just slips right off of Berline and allows Berline to get that ball off. Andy Harmon is the best interior defensive lineman that nobody knows about in the league. Nobody says a word about him, and all he does is keep showing up week after week, make play after play.
He truly is underrated. You use that term sometimes loosely. The players know about him, but the fans and the public don't.
You know, this guy's a good football player. On the side of William Perry, they're a very good duo.
Start of the second quarter, first down, and Ronald Moore with the carry. Tries to go outside, but Eric Allen is equal to the task. First quarter, and we expected a defensive battle, and it has been just that with no scoring. Only 5 rushing yards for the Cardinals, and the total yards, you see them, 47 for Philadelphia, 33 for Phoenix. 1 turnover, the fumble by the Eagles, and the Cardinals could not capitalize.
This is one of those games that big plays are going to be the difference, and that's why you got to like the big playability of Randall Cunningham.
And it could be a big play on the defensive side. Second down and 10. Berline's pass, and wide open is Ricky Prohl. He'll be short of a first down by about a yard. Michael Zordich was quickly there. 8-yard pickup. Scores of the late games just getting underway. San Francisco 49ers continue to be unbeaten in the throwback jerseys. They continue to wear them, and they continue to win. Overtime between Pittsburgh and Houston. Third down and 2. 4 wide receivers. In motion is Brian Reeves. Berline got a low snap. I don't know whether that affected his pass on that play, but he was going for Reeves. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And the ball got back there low. He had to pick it up off the ground. And then he just comes up knowing where he has to go. Oh, he didn't quite hit, but now he knows where he's got to go. He looks from the center of the field out, and then the ball just took off and ended up going into the dirt on him.
Jeff Eagles will kick, and Jeff Seidner for the Eagles, ready to receive the punt. Good kick by Eagles, a beauty. Fair catch, and it will go into the end zone for a touchback. 51-yard kick for Eagles after an opening kick of only 7 yards. And the Cardinals go on defense. And Matt Millen here at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. Opening minute of the second quarter, no score between the Cardinals and the Eagles. Buddy Ryan's return to Philadelphia. First down on the 20 for the Eagles. Vaughn Hebron, the running back. And a fake on a rollout. Cunningham lost it, and a fine catch by Maurice Johnson, the tight end. It was well placed by Randall, and a first down and a gain of 14.
So Richie Kotite, to counter the blitzing of Buddy Ryan, what he's done is he's decided to start moving his quarterback around out here. See him, watch him come back out. Start to get the flow of the defense this way, and then work back across it. Anytime you can get a defensive player to redirect, you're working to the offense's advantage.
First down on the 34. That was Johnson's 11th catch of the year. This time Hebron. Vaughn Hebron with a good gain around the left side. And another first down. This time an 11-yard pickup with Lynch running him out of bounds.
Well, this is one of those guys, Vaughn Hebron, that you always wonder why the heck isn't he playing more. And for this reason, I think first of all from last year, he's bigger and stronger than he was. And then I think the second thing is he retained his quickness and his speed. And when you get that combination back there, I think you got yourself a winner. And if I were the Philadelphia Eagles, I'd be running him more.
He gained 15 pounds from last year, and he and Charlie Garner give the Eagles a nice contrast in that position. First down on the 45 of the Eagles. Cunningham in the pocket, and the pass to Barnett is caught He's short by a couple of yards. Aeneas Williams again defending, and a gain of 8 yards to Barnett.
Yeah, but the most important thing there was that Cunningham had time to throw. Now, Buddy Ryan defensively, if you wanted to look at him as a coach, this is what he does. He sends out a base defense, and then he watches how your offense adjusts to it. And then he adjusts to how you're adjusting. So all game long, what you get with Ryan is a chess game. And that's the part of the game he loves.
He's like a mad scientist.
That's a good, you're right. He's a mad scientist.
2nd and 2 in the pitch to Hebron. And nothing doing. And a flag down. Andre Waters. Another Eagle. Strong safety and a hard hitter. Loss of 1 yard on the play.
Well, Andre Waters was a player wherever he was, in Philadelphia or now out in Arizona. And to see the holding on the Eagles. Andre Waters was a guy who was always going to knock your neck right into the middle of your shoulders. And he comes full speed. I always liked that in him.
Number 89, offense, 10 yards, still 2nd down.
Calvin Williams, notice early in the game all the penalties were on the Cardinals, and now lately it's been Philadelphia.
Yeah, they're just sharing them. But Andre Waters, this guy here, I'll tell you, what I always gauge the player is how they go into a pile. Some guys go flying up there, and then right when they get there, they slow up their feet. Waters goes up there and never stops his feet.
I tell you, Philadelphia's been able to run on the Cardinals pretty well, averaging 6 yards a rush. 2nd down and 12. A lot of signals going back and forth, and an interception nearly made that time by Aeneas Williams, and he would have been off.
If we can run that back and listen to it, here's what I want you to listen to. First, I want you to listen to Cunningham adjusting to the defense, and then listen to the defense adjusting back. That's a full-fledged chess match going on out there. That's the part of football that people don't get to see that players just love.
And that's the kind of football that you were right in the middle of when you played.
Loved it.
3rd down and 12. No blitz this time, and Cunningham has the open, wide open with a lot of running room. And Randall Cunningham with a big gain. 22 yards into Cardinal territory.
Yeah, and this is the big playability that we talked about. This is what is hard to coach, and it's also hard to coach against. See, there's nobody that you can account for with Randall Cunningham. He'll just take off and run, and that's the reason right there, that number 12 running to the left side of your screen, that their running numbers are so inflated today.
That's the longest rush of the season for Cunningham. First down on the Cardinal 35. No score early 2nd quarter. Vaughn Hebron. Fine bit of running by Vaughn Hebron as tacklers went flying, and he got 7 out of it before Michael Bankston brings him down.
Well, the difference with Hebron this year as opposed to last year, I think, is the confidence that the coaching staff has in him for not putting the ball on the ground. Remember last year, he dropped the ball a couple times, had the fumbles. This year, he's not done that. And I think he's earned their confidence, which is why they'll play him a little bit more as the year goes on.
Cardinals, by the way, are using a 4-4-3 defense with only 3 defensive backs and Terry Irving in for Lorenzo Lynch. 2nd down and 4 now on the 29. Quick toss out to Barnett. Trying to reach for the first down. He may be shy. Waters grabbed a hold of him. He is short by about a yard and a half.
Impressive thing as we've watched the Eagles now in the 2nd quarter, to me, has been Randall Cunningham. Because it looks to me like Kotite has given Cunningham some freedom at the line of scrimmage to start calling his plays. You see a lot of audibling going on out there. So he comes up to the line of scrimmage, sees what the defense is doing, and then makes his adjustments.
3rd down and 1 at the 26-yard line. And a timeout has been called by the Eagles with 9:26 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Scoreless game, and maybe the biggest offensive play of the game thus far coming up. The Eagles have a 3rd down and 1 on the 26-yard line. Brian O'Neill is in the game. Herschel Walker is the up back for Vaughn Hebron. And here is Vaughn Hebron. the first down. Eric Hill on the tackle and a gain of 3 yards.
That's what Hebron does now that he didn't do last year. See, now Hebron, with the extra added weight, that 15 pounds, and the strength that came with it, now you can use him in short yardage situations and just take him and just pound him straight up inside. That's something that he didn't have last year that he now had. I think the other thing to be said was this in here from the 30-yard line in for both teams is going to be 4-down territory.
Hebron led the Eagles in rushing last week against the Redskins.
Overside, 3D, blue.
And the ball again is to Hebron. And he picks up a few. And right now, for a McDonald's game break, let's return to James Brown in our Hollywood studio. JB?
All right, Dick, what a finish in Minnesota. Less than 5 seconds remaining. Warren Moon finds Kadri Ismail for the score that tied the ball game up. The point after did it, and the Vikings eke out a 1-point victory. Let's take it back to Philadelphia. Dick and Matt.
All right, JB, so the Vikings now 7-2, and they came in with a 2-game lead in the NFC Central. They'll retain that lead. Meanwhile, the Eagles have a 2nd and 6. It's a pass, and it's to Calvin Williams. Up the middle. Williams, who caught only 1 pass last week against the Redskins, but a big one in the final drive.
Nice work by Randall Cunningham, and also picking up the blitz of Hill right up the middle. You can see Alexander, the center, 72, will come right into your screen. Nice pickup. Now, right in the middle of the defense, Cunningham recognizes the void and hits Calvin Williams back inside. That's good quarterbacking and good offensive line play.
Gain of 5 leaves the Eagles 1 yard short.
Again, this is 4-down territory.
And Vaughn Hebron breaks the tackle and gets down to about the 6-yard line. 8-yard gain, Brent Alexander. And the Eagles are threatening.
Watch Vaughn Hebron pick his spots, and then the impressive thing with him is he's decisive. Watch him shoulder square, look at head up, running right through. The kid's got great feet inside as an inside runner. And he also has the feel of when to slash and cut back. I've always been impressed with Vaughn Hebron since the day he came into camp.
Only 8 total yards for the Cardinals, 84 for Philadelphia already in the second quarter. First and goal on the 6-yard line. Walker in motion. And once again, Vaughn Hebron gets down to about the 2-yard line, and there's a flag.
And that's a hold on the Philadelphia Eagles. Anytime you get the referee standing behind that whole pile and he goes flying it like that, he saw it right away.
Tom White.
And they'll take that penalty.
Holding, number 84, 10 yards, still first down.
They got Mark Bavaro on the whole team, and they'll take that penalty from where he saw it happen.
That is the second holding penalty against the Eagles. Will set him back. Remember, they had a first and goal, and that is the 4th consecutive penalty called against Philadelphia.
That's good consistency, huh? Or is that bad consistency?
That's been one of their problems. They're winning that race right now. That's the race you want to win. First and goal on the 14 now. And Randall Cunningham will call another timeout. So that is the second timeout called by the Eagles here in this first half. Now our Aflac NFL trivia question. When was the last time the Cardinals won an NFL championship? That is our Aflac NFL trivia question. We'll have the answer for you shortly. No, Buddy Ryan had nothing to do with it.
But Buddy Ryan has a lot to do with his defense right now. And right now, Vaughn Hebron has been running the ball very, very well against his defense.
First and goal at the 14. Cunningham to throw, up the middle, and the pass knocked away. Great defensive play that time by Terry Hogue. It was intended for Mark Bavaro. Saved a touchdown, did Terry Hogue.
Well, Cunningham knew what he wanted to do here. He knew he had the tight end. See how he looked everybody off? He looked to the right and then right back to the tight end. But Hogue